This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Today's broadcast is coming from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Canned Cocktails is perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Well, we're back. Mountain West Media Days, day one here from Circa Resort and Casino. BJ Rains with you, Bronco Nation News, continuing our live coverage. And you're making the rounds, Riley, from one interview to the next. We saw you on stage there with Mountain West Network. But what's it been like to be down here, man?
Oh, it's a blessing. I mean, this is something we look forward to right when we show up on campus. And it's just great experience to be out here and be able to talk about our team, talk about our fans, and the expectations for this season.
Going to have a little fun in this segment, so we'll take some questions from the fans. If you have a question for Riley, DJ Schramm going to join us just a couple of minutes right after him. Go ahead in the YouTube chat there and throw in your chat, your question for Riley or DJ. We'll get to that here shortly. But usually when you come to Vegas, man, it's a work trip, business trip. You've been able to sneak in a little bit of fun down here, in terms of seeing Fremont Street, seeing Circa, Stadium Swim, the pool yesterday. I mean, is it nice kind of this final break before the season gets going here to get a little time down here to kind of mix the interviews and things with some fun? Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been an awesome time, and they've done an awesome job hosting us, and it's just fun. It's good to get some downtime before you go into the grind of the season and fall camp, and we're just excited to be able to also hang out with the other captains of the other teams, and they're all great guys, and it's fun to see who you're going up against and get to know them as people. What is that part of it like? Because I think you do get a chance to see the guy under the helmet that you're going up against, and some of these guys, some of the other quarterbacks and things, and linebackers that you're going to be going against, or whoever. I mean, what's that part of it been like for you? It's been great. I mean, when you're scouting them, and it's kind of just going off how they play, number, not really anything more, but being able to meet them and see what type of people they are is a great experience, and they've been nothing but cool guys, and it's been a good time. What's I know you're still kind of early in the day, but to this point, what's been like the question you've been asked the most? Probably how the offense is going to do and how Taylon's growing has probably been the biggest question so far. Okay, so take note, fans, don't ask about the offense or or you'll see a lot of that. Well, our first question comes in from Nate Staley. Was it a culture shock moving from Florida to Idaho? And I know obviously you've might be more of a culture shock for you to go back to Florida now. I mean, you lived in Boise for so long, but what's just when you think about how far you've come and with the transfer portal and all that, to stick it out, so far away from your friends and your family for so long, what's it been like kind of becoming a Boisean? Yeah, it was definitely tough at first. I mean, I was homesick. All my friends stayed in Florida. Definitely a mama's boy at heart, so it was hard to be away from her. But coming out to Idaho is just a great experience. I mean, my dad grew up here, and he would always talk about how awesome and fun it was, and how much fun he had throughout his childhood. So being able to witness it and float down the river, go up to Terrace Lakes to golf, and all this different stuff is just mind-blowing, and it's a blessing to be able to have something that brought me out to Idaho and have the experiences that I've had. What do you like to do in the summer? You float down the river, fishing? I mean, what kind of stuff do you try to do when you get that rare moment when you're not working out or doing football stuff? Definitely golf. I mean, golf the past 2 years has been something that has been a joy to me, and back home I'm used to just golfing on flatland, so being able to be in Idaho and go to Quail Hollow and Timberstone and have the mountainous courses is a culture shock to me for sure, and it definitely shocks my golf game. But being able to go out and do that and float the river and go a hike up Table Rock, there's so many fun things to do that a lot of people don't know about. How is the golf game going now? We saw saw you at the BNN tournament. We appreciate you for coming out to that, and in the rain there on the last hole, you were not giving up. But what's a typical round of 18 for you when you go out and play? Yeah, it's coming together. It's about low to mid 80s. So it's definitely building up. Good. Yeah, it's not bad. But we like to do a lot of scrambles to get the competitive juices flowing. So we'll get like 3 teams of 4 out there, and we'll just go play and talk some trash to the boys. But it's a great time, and it's a good team building activity, and kind of
releases some stress and takes away from football.
So are you the best golfer on the team?
Oh, absolutely not. But we got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good guys. Like Luke Voorhees is probably our best golfer. He played in high school. He's kind of all of our coach and our pro. DJ, I'll hype up DJ because he's very good, and he's usually my scramble partner. So we have a good time together. Jonah, good. There's a lot of great guys on our team.
Now, I know like Scott Matlock would get out there and golf. Like maybe it's him, but in whether on the team now or recently, like who's a guy or two that like fans wouldn't think like you wouldn't think that guy's any good at golf. And then he gets out there, and you're like, "Wow, he's actually not bad."
Now
people forget. I mean, you know, even the linemen, you're obviously still tremendous athletes when it comes to sports. But there's some guys that I think you'd probably pick in a line as better golfers than others, maybe.
Right. I would probably say, I mean, Scott was a good one, but Nohi is actually a really good golfer, and he's always playing with us, and he's just continuing to get better and better every time we play. And he's just a good dude to play with too. He's always fun.
Now I know nobody ever cheats in golf, but somebody ask. Somebody asked who would cheat the most on the team.
Colt Fulton by far. And but he's my roommate, and we're always talking trash. But he's really fun to play with. But yeah, he's got the magic pencil for sure.
This is an interesting question from Zach here. If someone on the offense had to be the front man in an '80s rock band, who
on the offense?
Yeah, '80s rock band. They had to be the front man.
Anybody, Mason Randolph.
Okay.
Would be unbelievable. I could see him being the drummer with his hair, and he's just a dog too. He would be definitely interesting up on stage.
What Terry wants to know, the favorite class. Are you done with class, or where are you at school-wise?
Yeah, so I'm finishing up my master's, so I'll be done in December.
Okay. So you got a full course load still, or is it pretty almost done? You're kind of easing into this thing? Or?
Yeah, I'm kind of loaded up this summer just so I can finish by the time I'm done with football here. But
what is the master's what is the master's?
Master's in business.
Okay.
So countering it with the construction management degree. So,
wow. What made you want to go into that field?
Honestly, I came in wanting to do architectural engineering, and I'm a big math person. And then when they brought up construction management on my visit, and saying how it's a mixture of the engineering and the business and the construction side was something that piqued my interest. And especially being out in Boise, it's a booming business right now. And it's been awesome to see a bunch of the guys that were former football guys going out and taking advantage of that.
Do you see yourself? I know I assume you want to try to keep playing football, but I mean, do you see yourself like keeping Boise as your home? Or?
Yeah, I definitely could. I mean, I know it's a great place to grow up and raise a family. It's tough with all my family being over in Florida, so I'm sure I'll end up there for a little bit, and obviously depending on where football takes me. But yeah, Boise is definitely an amazing place to be, and I can see myself here in the future.
Nate wants to know if there was some jealousy on the team. Now you're not the only guy now that has a truck from Lithia Ford, but was there some jealousy at the time when you got the ride?
No, I think everyone's just happy for each other, and the way it's taken off now, and so many guys are taking advantage of NIL. Everyone's just extremely happy for each other, and we all know that it starts with your performance on the field and in the classroom and how you are in the community. And honestly, when guys get opportunities like that, it gives you some time to look yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing wrong to not get something like that? You know what I mean? And it kind of sparks a fire under them to start working harder, knowing that there are opportunities out there. But everyone's extremely happy for them, and it's a good opportunity, and our team is just so bonded well.
I know Gloria Navarez, the commissioner, told us that she had met with you guys yesterday, and NIL was one of the topics that came up and everything. How do you maybe it hasn't happened a lot yet, but there's schools and players that make decisions based, where they're going to go based on the money they're going to get. And so what do you feel like the infrastructure is like, and what is that like, I guess, now to be able to make appearances and have a truck and do things like that?
Yeah, I think NIL is awesome, and I think it's a great way to actually get out in the community and just show your face, and people see us a lot more what's under the helmet now, being able to be out in the community like that. And my biggest opinion is, as long as you're keeping football first and school first, then NIL is something that's a good follow-up. But the moment that NIL becomes the main focus for a football player, it just takes away from the game. And that's my biggest opinion on it. As long as the sport and your family and the brotherhood is ahead of that, then I think NIL is good for athletes.
Got a couple more minutes here. If you got a question for Riley Smith, we'll get to him. Your favorite athlete of all time? Kareem the Dream would like to know?
I'd say Tom Brady. I mean, I was a quarterback, and actually either Tom Brady or Tim Tebow. Both of them were up there for. I was a diehard Gator fan, but I love both of them, and they.
Just a little closer.
Okay, guys. Yeah, they were. They just been through a lot of adversity and always overcame it, and they're obviously great quarterbacks and have found success and great people.
If you could talk to one NFL tight end, present or past, and get tips, which tight end would you like to talk to? This is from Chase Love.
That's good. I'd probably talk to George Kittle. I mean, he's just a dominant force in the blocking and the run game, and he's not that big of a dude. He's one of the lighter tight ends in the league, and he gets it done. So I'd love to pick his brain about the fundamentals and his mindset and on how he takes that over, because it's really impressive, and he's just a playmaker and definitely a big personality in the league that I'd like to talk to.
Do you think you can? I'm sure you're asked about this and stuff, and there'll be a big storyline. But I mean, how do you see Bush, Hamden using the tight ends, and do you feel like that your sixth year here can be your best in terms of? I mean, you had some good numbers last year, had some career highs, but I mean, do you feel like you can make this your year coming up here in year 6?
Definitely. I mean, I know what I can bring to the table, and I'm extremely confident in myself, and I'm just continuing to grow. And our offense is built around getting putting people in the best position, and that's where we're going to take off. And whatever that is for me, I'm ready to do my role and just help the team out any way I can. And we have so many ballers, and the ball is going to be thrown all over the place and spread out to a bunch of different playmakers. But I'm definitely excited to see where the season comes, and I've grown a lot, so I'm expecting big things.
Big schedule too, man. They didn't do you guys any favors this year. Somebody's wanting to know about the UCF game. Obviously, the new scoreboard, and a lot of things going on with that game. The new lights. Just what are your thoughts on that home opener against UCF?
It's going to be electric. I mean, we're definitely focused on Washington right now. That's our number one goal. So when we get to week 2 and flip the page, we're going to be all in on UCF. But it's definitely going to be a fun game, and I know the fans are going to bring it. And the new scoreboard, it's going to be electric, and it's going to be fun for me personally, being from Florida and trying to get my revenge. My friends are still talking trash about it, so I gotta get it back.
You have a lot of family. You had a lot of family down there in Florida for that one.
Yes, sir.
Get some more to come up for that one.
Yeah, so it's going to be packed out with number 3 jerseys in the crowd.
Well, hey man, appreciate your time. We're going to get DJ here in shortly, but best of luck, man. It's been fun following your journey these last 6 years, and finish strong, man. And we wish you the best of luck and continued success with all the interviews today. Hopefully not too many more Taylor and Green questions, but should be fun, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate
thanks for having me.
Yep, there he is, Riley Smith. We'll be back shortly in about 30 seconds or so with DJ Schramm. So we'll keep the feed going, and we'll join you right back with DJ Schramm here. Get your questions in for him.
Cool.
And we're back. Quick break. We got DJ Schramm swapped in, linebacker, named to the preseason all-conference team today. Congratulations to you on that. But Bronco Nation News, our continuing coverage, Mountain West Media Days here at Circa Resort and Casino. And as I said, DJ Schramm, nice enough to join us for a couple of minutes. Welcome, man. How's it going?
Going good. Thanks for having me on.
We got to get you a little closer to the mic if you don't mind, so everybody can hear you there. What's it been like down here so far?
It's been a lot of fun. They've got some really good stuff planned out for us. Cool being around some of the other guys on the other teams, exploring the stadium swim, walking around Fremont Street a little bit, hanging out. It's been a lot of fun.
What do you make of I was asking Riley, but I mean, you guys usually come down here for a game or something. There's no free time. You're kind of your hotel's nowhere near the Strip or anything, but I mean, to see the size of the sports book here and the pool you were at last night, I mean, this is a pretty impressive spot.
Yeah, that's really cool. Really appreciate Circa for having us out here, hosting this for us, and showing us a good time.
I asked Riley, and he said it was about Taylen Green, but what's been the question you've been asked the most so far?
Man, I haven't got into a bunch of the interview stuff so far. Kind of got to start out with some of the fun stuff, but got to ask what my favorite Halloween candy was. That was pretty cool.
Okay, what'd you go with? That's the big
Reese's,
question.
obviously.
What have they been having you do? I know there's some promos and things. Yesterday, I know you did have a session with the commissioner, but what all do they have you doing down here?
So far, took a bunch of pictures yesterday. Had a really cool set with Fox Sports. That was awesome. And then today, so far, just a couple light interviews and some fun stuff with the conference and CBS and Fox as well.
We were talking yesterday. You mentioned being a Yankees fan. When the rare moment you're not watching film, which we know is very rare, but I mean, if there's a sporting event on that you'll just sit on the couch and watch a team or a game, what are you usually watching these days?
In the summer right now, it's definitely baseball.
Okay.
I love the hockey playoffs. In like April, May, that's always really fun.
You got the playoff beard going. You know, you could pull the hockey player look off.
I think so too. I might have to grow the hair out again, but other than that, yeah, I think I could.
Well, we got some questions coming in here. If you don't mind, we'll take a few from some fans.
Sounds good.
Nate wants to know about the Fresno game for you. How big is that for you personally, being a Fresno guy?
Going to high school in Fresno, definitely have a little bit more of a connection there. Also a game that has a ton of history, goes back a long way. So it's always a game that we look forward to playing. But we're not going to look past anyone on our schedule in front of them.
I was talking to Riley and about the schedule. I mean, they didn't your final season here. You didn't get any favorite cupcake? Not to make cupcakes on the schedule here. I mean, the first couple of games at Washington on ABC national TV, and then you come home to play UCF, and you got at San Diego State early in the season, at Memphis. I mean, I think those first 5 games we're going to know a lot about this team. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly how we like it. I mean, we all came to Boise State to play in big time games like that. So we're really fired up. We're excited for the challenge and the opportunity.
What someone did specifically ask about that Washington game, the afternoon game on ABC. I mean, it's a primetime game. I'm sure you have a lot of things. That's what you dream of, the cliche and all that. But to get a season opener of that magnitude, which is kind of what Boise State has kind of been known for over the last 15 years or whatever, what's that mean to you to be on national TV like that?
It's super special, and it's a great opportunity. I mean, they have a great stadium, a great atmosphere. They're a really good football team, but so are we. And we're going to go up there. We're going to play Bronco football, and I think we're going to have a great opportunity to do something special.
Really, really, really hard-hitting question here from Kareem the Dream. He would like to know your favorite cereal.
Favorite cereal? I feel like the obvious answer is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. Why is that so obvious? That's just everybody likes that, right?
I had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch milkshake from one of the places down here yesterday for lunch, so It's kind of just been on my mind.
All right, yeah. That's pretty good. Now, somebody asked this question about tight ends to Riley, but for you, if you could talk to one NFL linebacker, past or current, and get some advice and some tips, who would you like to have a 20-minute chat with?
Ray Lewis, for sure. I mean, I think he's probably the most fierce guy to ever play the position. I mean, obviously, he's just one of the most elite dudes ever, not just at the linebacker position, but in the game of football, and I think I could learn a ton from him.
Who else do you, in terms of current linebackers, do you kind of either emulate your game or like watching?
I really like watching oh man, I'm really bad with NFL names. Milano from the Bills.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's a really good player. I kind of emulate my game after him a little bit, I would say.
Got a couple more minutes here. If you have a question or a comment for DJ Schramm, we'll put it in here. I missed it for Riley, but this gentleman said his claim to fame is that he fixed Riley Smith's bike at the bike shop on campus when he was a freshman, and he wants to take some credit for that. So
that's awesome.
Coulter, sorry I didn't get a chance to mention that. I didn't see that at the time, but Terry's wanting to know your 5-year plan after college. I mean, I'm sure I assume you have aspirations to try to keep playing football, or maybe that would have affected whether you came back this year or not. But just in general, tell us about your school and stuff, and whenever that day comes where football's not in the plans anymore, what do you got going on?
Yeah, we'll see what the game has for me after this season. But when it comes to just real life, I got my degree in mechanical engineering. I'd love to pursue something in that. I'd also love to stay around Boise, Idaho. I mean, I love Boise, but I'm not opposed to going somewhere else if that's where it takes me. But I know for a fact I'm going to end up back in Boise one day.
Oh, that's great to hear. Great to hear. What somebody here, Brandon Walton, would like to know your favorite all-time sports movie.
Favorite all-time sports movie,
or just some sports movies you like watching.
I'm a huge Benchwarmers fan. Big comedy movie guy.
Okay.
Friday Night Lights, obviously you have to put that up there.
Yeah. The one for me is Remember the Titans. That's a good one.
Titans,
and that's one where I don't care if it's on for the 5th time this week. I'll keep, if it's always on, I'll just keep it on. And Major League, I'm a big baseball movie guy, with Rookie of the Year and Little Big League and some of those movies back in the day. But what as you kind of have this last little breather, you're doing the interviews and all this, and you're going to get a couple days, right? I think before, fall camp starts the following week. What's this final stretch like for you as a player, knowing what's ahead in August, knowing the grind of the season of fall camp, the fact that after those first couple practices, you're no longer going to feel the bumps and bruises are going to start coming back. I mean, what is this time like for you, just trying to take every second you can to take advantage of this last little bit?
I mean, that's the big thing, just trying to make sure the body feels as good as possible going into camp, because it is a long, grueling physical season. And, it's on us to make sure we were taking care of our bodies and feeling good for not just day 1 of fall camp, but game 12 at the end of November.
A lot of people, I think, with this defense are wondering who's going to step up. You guys lost some key guys, obviously, at some key positions. Who's a name or two that fans need to start talking about, or media should start talking about, or some guys that are maybe going to have bigger roles this year, or whatever, that you're excited to see out there?
Yeah, we got some young guys up front and in the back end, but, they're excited for the challenge. They're going to go out there. They're going to compete to earn a job during fall camp, and I'm excited to see it. Excited to see those guys go out there and get after it. Alex Tubner's obviously a name. Nohi Kaniho, Jalen Clark, guys in the back end, guys up front, Mike Callahan, Howard Brown, Herbert Gums. Those are guys that are going to be big-time players.
What about in your room, man? Who's looking good? There's a lot of talk about trying to replace Zeke. What do you like about what you're seeing from some of those guys?
Andrew Simpson has been awesome lately. The way he's been working, the way he's been grinding has been extremely impressive. Marco, coming off injury, looks really good as well. He's another kid that's going to make a lot of plays for us this year. And then got a few young guys that are going to look to make an impact as well.
A couple final things here. Jordan wants to know the craziest prank you've pulled with your twin.
Craziest prank.
You and your twin ever pull any
we tried pulling the whole teacher swap thing in elementary school one time, but we were too scared to get in trouble, so it didn't really work out that well.
What was that like growing up with a twin?
For me it was just normal. For everyone else, it was probably pretty strange, or it's hard for them to wrap their heads around having someone that looks just like you. But for me, it was just like having a normal brother. We did do everything together. He's still my best friend to this day. So it was a lot of fun.
There's a couple questions about your beard. And now there's a discussion in the chat who has the best beard in sports.
Best beard in sports?
Somebody says James Harden.
James Harden has a good one. Brian Wilson for...
the old pitcher for the Giants.
Giants. Even though I'm not a Giants fan, I think he has probably one of the greatest sports beards of all time.
Do you still have an NIL deal with the beard company? Or?
I do. Beardsmith.
Okay.
Shout out.
Yeah, they were somebody asked about the products you use.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta go get their beard grease and their shampoo bar.
Okay.
Use both those every day.
Well, hey, man, appreciate it. Awesome and to have you down here. And I know you got a lot more interviews left, so we'll let you get to it. But appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of your time down here. And before you know it, we'll be ripping on you for missing a tackle, in no time. So thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it, and best
Thanks
of luck.
So much,
yep, man.
BJ.
There he is,
it.
DJ Schramm. we'll continue our live coverage. We got plenty more to come with Gloria Navarez and Mike DeFeef, the officiating committee. So a lot of cool stuff still happening. Bronco Nation News, we appreciate all of you guys for coming down, all of our sponsors. Hopefully you heard the news. We have hired Mike Prater as our new sports columnist. So hopefully you will go subscribe. It is pretty cool what we got going on, and it's only $50 gets you a full year with Bronco Nation News. And we're talking everything from all of Prater's columns, all of the columns from Jordan Kay, all of his writing. So we got a lot of stuff that we're working on, and it's all going to be behind the paywall for the most part. So please, it costs money to bring people down here. It costs money to do all the stuff that we're doing here. So I really would love if you guys could help us out, and we'd love to have you. BroncoNationNews.com is where you can subscribe. And we're building the dream team, the Boise Media Dream Team. When you talk about Jay Tuss, John Mallory, Mike Prater, Jordan Kay, and myself. So it's been a lot of fun down here. We're having a lot of fun at Mountain West Media Days. But again, there's costs associated with paying for Jordan, paying for Prater, paying for Johnny, paying for Jay Tuss, paying the travel for these guys. There's a lot that goes into it. So we have some big plans about what we want to do with Bronco Nation News moving forward. This is just the start. And again, a lot of their stuff is going to be behind the paywall, so we would love to have you jump on board as a subscriber. We've had good interest. This only goes till Friday, so the deal's only open till Friday. So $50, less than $1 a week for all this Boise State coverage. So really excited about this. We got brand new cameras. I hope you're seeing an upgrade in the quality of the broadcast down here. We've got two $800 a piece cameras that are here, so we put a lot of effort into the cameras. And as you can tell, since I don't have Colin Mitchell here, these cameras are actually remote control, and I'm moving the cameras as we speak. So we'll give you a live look here. If I can move this other camera before I do this, we'll show you what's going on. Bob Beeler is doing an interview right here to the side, but just so you can kind of get a look of what's going on. This is the hallway here, Radio Row as they call it, at Mountain West Media Days. There's different radio stations. I think they said 13 stations are down here doing interviews at Mountain West Media Days. I saw that ESPN Honolulu station is here, Las Vegas, all different kinds of stations, Fresno, San Diego, John Schaefer's here. So a lot of different media outlets, a lot of different things going on, and this is at Circa Resort and Casino. And I know I'm biased because they're one of our sponsors, but we've been here I've been to Mountain West Media Days. This is my 11th year going at various properties around Las Vegas, and the setup here at Circa is second to none. So it is a first-class event, as expected, here at Circa Resort and Casino. So we're very thankful, excited to be here at Circa, and really excited about this. So I do want to mention Taco Bell. We thank them for coming on board as a sponsor. As I said, Taco Bell, a new sponsor. They give back. Taco Bell gives back. It's the overarching thing they're doing right now. They're emphasizing the contributions that they make to the scholarships, academic and athletic, through the partnership. You can learn how Taco Bell is giving back to students through scholarships by visiting TacoBellGivesBack.com. So very thankful for Taco Bell and those folks. So go to Taco Bell, support them, tell them you heard about it at Bronco Nation News. And we got some cool things moving forward in terms of some live broadcasts that we're going to be doing at Taco Bell. So you want to come have some tacos, hang out, talk some Boise State sports. We got some cool stuff on the way. So Kareem the Dream chiming in, Prater and Jordan. Congrats, BJ. Yeah, thank you for that. Again, $50 for a full year. Go subscribe. Only going to hawk the subscriptions till Friday. But we got a ton going on. I'm going to Canada next week with the men's basketball team. We got to pay for that. So a lot to go. And if you cannot afford the $50, I totally get it. We have a monthly option for $6.99. Hopefully you'll consider the monthly option. That is $6.99. And then you can get in for $7 a month and read the coverage that way. And again, Mike Prater's column on why he joined BNN, that's free. That is available now up on our website. But Jordan Kay's column today, Mike Prater's stuff today and tomorrow will all be behind the paywall. So jump in now. We'd love to have you at BroncoNationNews.com. BNN50 is that promo code. We'd love and appreciate it if you gave us a quick subscription and helped us out here. So thanks for checking us out. Thanks to Riley Smith, DJ Schramm. Again, we got Mike DeFee. Come on back. This is going to be fun. 12:30 12:30, Mike Diffie. Remember him? He was the referee in the national championship game, the buff guy that everybody was talking about on social media a year or two ago. He is now the coordinator of officials for the Mountain West. We're going to have some fun and talk rules. You got any rules questions about the game of college football? Why don't they have certain rules? What rules you like, don't like? Anything officiating related, come on back at 12:30 Pacific time. So that's 1:30 in Boise, 1:30 in Boise. And then we're going to have Gloria Navarez, 3:45 back in Boise. Gloria Navarez, the commissioner of the Mountain West, will be one-on-one right here at Bronco Nation News. So make sure you come back at 3:45 and listen to the commissioner. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the chat, and we'll get to them. And then again, 5 o'clock, we'll have our wrap up at 5 o'clock. Wrap up show. John Mallory and myself and Jordan Kay will all be back at 5 o'clock to wrap up day one of Mountain West Media Days. Andy Avalos will be tomorrow. Jeremiah Dickey also will be tomorrow. So we got tons of content coming tomorrow as well, but still a lot to go here on day one. Is the Boise media more represented than the rest of the media markets in the Mountain West this week? I would say probably so. I mean, there's media here from all towns. Obviously, Las Vegas has a lot of people here because the media days are here in Las Vegas. They have a new coach, so there's a lot of interest there. But when you talk about Jordan and being here with Bronco Nation News, you got Prater and Johnny, you got Bob, you got Ron Counts down here. So you got Brady from Channel 7 is here as well. So, I would say probably overall Boise has the most, but there's some other ones that are here represented as well. So, but hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully the cameras are nice. Like I said, brand new cameras that we've added this year, and new microphones and things. We're upping the equipment level, so hopefully you can tell a difference in the quality of the broadcast. Shout out to Carson Stawning. Carson is the one, our graphics guy that put together these cool graphics that you are watching. So we appreciate Carson for doing that. So again, thank you for the support. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We could not do this without all of our sponsors. Rowpaint.com, our title sponsor, Idaho Central Credit Union, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, TCS, Boucher Real Estate, United Commercial Insurance, Boise Dentistry Co., all of our great sponsors, Ridley's Family Markets. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Our Canadian trip sponsors, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, RBC Wealth Management, and Brian King. Matt Boucher is also sponsoring that trip as well. Lean Feast. Yeah, Lean Feast helping me tone up a little bit, so make sure you check them out. And, of course, we are in the Cutwater Spirits mobile studios here in Circa here in Las Vegas, so we appreciate Cutwater. You can get more than 30 flavors, pre-mixed premium cocktails. Johnny, you want to join for a minute? You want to sit down for 1 second? John Mallory is just dying to get on the show here, so we'll let Johnny talk. Anybody got a question for John Mallory? If you want Johnny ball game, he'll jump in here. No, you can stay over there where you were. I had the camera set up for you. There he is. We'll let me back this other camera up here, Johnny. We can see it right here.
Gotcha.
This is on the fly. You're okay. He wanted to jump on, Prater.
Prater's talking to
that's
me
okay.
too.
Make your lunch plans. Make your lunch plans.
I would like to eat some lunch. But what you got, man?
Okay, you sat down. Just give me a quick thought on the day.
This is fun. Talking to all these players down here, players today, coaches tomorrow. So we got a really cool edition of IST today. DJ Schramm, Riley Smith, Easton Gibbs, Chevin Cordero, just to name a few of the players here. Gloria Navarez, obviously. We'll recap what she said, maybe what she didn't say during her press conference earlier today. BJ, I think Circa has hit a home run with this event. I mean, Bob Beeler behind me as we speak, giving glorious interview after glorious interview. And it's been a lot of fun. But the big thing, Twitter's blowing up, man. The BJ Rains media dream team. I keep seeing like nobody in the history of Boise media has put together a better collection of broadcast and print together talent than Robert Rains Jr.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I'm just kidding, but it's pretty cool what you've been able to do with BNN. And so you got Prater and you got Jordan.
I got the photo here, man. I haven't released the photo yet, but there it is. There's the first part of the dream team. We were going to try to Photoshop in Jay Tust. We do have a photo with you as well. We went a couple weeks ago and took some photos. So And my son, Naismith, 8-year-old, took that photo. So I had to pay him $10 for being our photographer. BNN50, again, the promo code. Johnny, I got to show folks your, by the way, here, what do you think of the graphics? We got your name on there. We got a nice little setup. But, guys, KTIK, the ticket, John Mallory, they spare no expense on the polo shirt here. This is a very nice polo, but this is a KTIK polo only because John Mallory put a KTIK sticker on his shirt for the polo here.
You're selling me out, man.
I just like it, man. I think it's hilarious.
No one said anything.
Okay.
Is it obvious?
No, now that I see it up close, it kind of looks like a little screen printed.
That has like the
sticker.
glossy screen print. That's what I was going for. Okay. And I'm down here, and every single media member, just about, has a shirt or some type of swag from where they are, whatnot. You don't, but I can see why.
I'm dressing nice.
You need a BNN lapel that you put right here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, I can look into that maybe.
You do. And BJ buys everything. Like every new toy in broadcasting, BJ has.
I wouldn't go that far.
But you need a little lapel there. You, Prater, Jordan, I don't know if your subscriptions are going up, but they should. If people are out there and you guys get your news and you enjoy BNN, and you enjoy reading Mike Prater, even if Prater's one of those columns where a lot of people love it and they have in this town for decades, right? But he gets under people's skin too. And I experienced that being his radio partner. You know, how people will tell him, God, you piss me off, man. But I listen for 7 hours a week, and the same goes for his columns, I think. And a lot of times Prater, because he puts a lot of time into these columns. I've seen it. You've seen it. Like he'll lock himself in his cave, wherever he is, and bust out a column, BJ. And a lot of those columns are maybe nastier, a little dirtier than maybe what he would say during a radio segment. So the Prater column is a big-time read.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
And people need to subscribe to BNN and set some more records.
Now, before we let you go, there has been a lot of comments on here about what we saw yesterday. Got the ride in the limo, right? Got the ride in the express limo. That was nice. BNN, man. And then what's coming up next year? First of all, they're saying you're in great shape. They're loving the being here.
People are saying that?
Yes, a couple of comments, yes.
Like they were surprised.
Tone down a little bit.
Yeah, I had.
Jump in the pool before the show.
I've never been in a pool that felt more comfortable than today in Circa. I'm serious. Like because first off, it's 111 degrees outside. Like that temperature right here, whereas it's 111, maybe 114. Scorching. Like you guys, when you get in the pool, you have about 8 seconds before your feet start to burn again. Just getting out when your feet are still, right? Yeah, the 40-year-old man looking like that, not too shabby, BJ. Yeah, I wish my girlfriend would see that. Maybe she'll take out with me again. That doesn't happen in a while. Kidding aside. Man, this is cool. This is cool. You're doing well.
You've already done 3 or 4 interviews. You got the show 2 to 5 today, man. Now, what is coming up today on Idaho Sports Talk, man?
Chevin Cordero, Riley Smith, DJ Schramm, Gloria Navarez. Just kind of our thoughts. Like Prater has no problem whatsoever with Chevin Cordero winning Mountain West preseason Offensive Player of the Year over Taylon Green, and he's going to share those thoughts. I do. If it's a lifetime achievement award, it has to be Chevin Cordero. But I'm forecasting who the best offensive player in this league will be. Okay. And I think at the end of the year, Boise State's going to be 8-0 in this league, getting ready to host another Mountain West Conference championship game. And I think at the end of the year, if you want to talk who the Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year will be, I think Taylon Green will put himself in a better position than Chevin Cordero. And I love Chevin Cordero. That guy's a great kid.
Yeah.
Do you know he backed up when he was in high school, Chevin, his junior year of high school or whatever? He backed up Tua Tagovailoa. That's how long he's been in college football, right? Isn't that crazy? But that's how I do my voting.
Which the way I think it should be.
Who did you have? You put Taylon, or did you go Cordero or Horton?
I think I had Taylon for Player of the Year.
Yeah,
I might have gone Horton. Okay. I'm trying to remember who I had. I know that the one I disagree with some of you guys. I did have George Helani as running back.
I did too.
Okay,
but
I know Prater's got thoughts on that too.
Yeah,
and Jordan also had Genty, I believe.
I had Genty and Helwani.
Those were your 2 running backs.
Yes, I think they're the best 2 backs in the league. I think they will be at the end of the year.
Have we found out yet who had the first place vote for UNLV?
I was going to ask you that. That was next on my list. No. Who did that? And I get it. You're forecasting. So someone, a media member here, feels that UNLV is going to hoist up the championship trophy, which wouldn't it be interesting if they hosted the game? It would be played at Allegiant because you host the Mountain West Championship game. And UNLV, the very first year, Dave Odom comes in here and just rips this league up.
Barry Odom.
What I say?
Was the old basketball
coach, Wake Forest, Tim Duncan. Yes. Any relation? I don't know. But Barry Odom is going to come in here and do it. I don't know. But somebody did that. Do you think it's that TV guy we were here having breakfast with?
He said
you asked him.
Yeah. Even the UNLV media are trying to find out who it was. And maybe that's some sort of. Maybe that's a cover up for them because they don't want it to be known that they were the one. But that is one of the most talked about things down here right now.
You don't want it to turn into a Circus McGurkus, right? Like where someone's going to be like, hey, I'm going to be that guy where I'm just going to pick a team out of a hat and that's going to be my vote because preseason polls are stupid. Like, don't be that guy. Right? Maybe it was that guy being that guy, whoever that guy is. And I would like to think it's someone who's done their research. They've studied the schedule, and they honestly are predicting that UNLV will win this league this year. I would like to hope that is. But my question to you is, because I've been nervous about asking people if it was them. It's like, really? Do you go up to somebody on election day and ask them who they voted for?
But if you're the one,
do you do that? Like if someone has an I voted sticker, BJ say, "Oh, did you vote for Bush?"
But if the fact that we're saying who's the one, if the person that is the one's not going to want to, they may take it as a shot that you're saying, "Oh, you were the idiot that picked them first."
I feel like I don't want to just go up to every media member and say, "Hey, was this you? Was this you? Was this you?" Like I feel like that's kind of going over. That's below the belt. Yeah. But maybe it's not. So you've been asking people,
a couple people, yeah, I have.
That's BJ.
What's the lunch?
I don't know. I'm hungry though.
You? All right. Well, yeah, we'll go eat some lunch. We got Mike DeFee, the referee coming up 12:30, 2:45. Gloria Navarez 3:45 back in Boise. 3:45. You can listen 3 to 6. Idaho Sports Talk. Prater and Johnny 3 to 6. Then right at 6 o'clock. Well, we'll do our segment. Do we know a time yet? Do we have a time yet for our segment?
BJ's coming on. It'll be Mountain Time 4:15.
Okay, 4:15 Mountain Time. We'll be over here on this set with the cameras and stuff going, and then you'll join me to wrap up the day at 6 o'clock Boise time, right when your show ends. So hopefully everybody will come back and stay tuned all day.
Great coverage, man.
All day.
Right?
Yep. The Dream Team is alive and well. We announced Mike Prater today if you're late, and we have Jordan, we have Johnny, we have Jay Tust. Having a lot of fun and very appreciative of guys like Johnny for giving us time to do this. So BNN 50 is the promo code. It's actually less than $1 a week, $50 a whole year. And again, Mike Prater now working for BNN.
Unbelievable move. And I'm sure Prater's something he never thought he would ever in a trillion years when he first met you in this town, when he was running the Statesman, and you're this new fart knocker hanging out at the Idaho Press, covering recruiting and all this stuff. And now Prater's column is on a website that you have built and created. 10 years. It might seem like a long time, or it might seem like a short time, but in this case, certainly probably feels like a pretty long time for Prater. But that's a really cool thing that all of us are kind of join forces here. And you got to get a picture of the actual Dream Team, like the Sports Illustrated cover, and then put the faces like you, like Jordan, Magic, and Bird, and have it like BJ.
Who do you want your
I would be whoever's on the outside.
Okay.
Because the real team is you, Jordan's your full-time employee, and then Prater's obviously your columnist. People, this is what I wanted at BNN.
I keep trying to get him to leave so he can go eat, by the way, but if he's going to keep talking, we'll let him keep talking here.
My vision for BNN, dude, is I want to go to this website and there's just all this cool stuff there. Like, oh my God, there's these 4 articles I want to read. Oh, here's the daily poll. I need to vote on the daily poll. I want to see what the daily poll is. I'm interested. Oh, here's a video of practice yesterday. I just want one-stop everything when I go to BNN.
We're working towards that, man.
And that's what you're working towards.
Start having the content
I want the
now.
Prater column. I want Jordan K., a very talented, young, up-and-coming sports writer. Funny story. Jordan K. calls me last night. Can we do this? Can I rat him out a little bit?
I'm technically his boss now, so be careful what you say. But I'm sure he was trying to go get. He got in kind of late. He probably wanted to. Do you guys go hang out and hit the town up?
We're laying in bed, not me and Jordan. I do that all the time. I'm stupid. Me and my girlfriend are laying in bed, and Jordan calls. I'm like, she's like, who's calling? You know, it's like late. I'm like, it's Jordan. You know, she's like, okay, well, what's he want? I'm like, women out, you know, I don't know. Let me answer the phone. So I answer the phone. Hey, Jordan, what's up? He's like, hey, dude, where are you, man? What's going on? Like, well, I don't know. I'm in bed, you know, this and that. And he's like, man, well, I just got in town. I was wondering, you know, where everybody is. If everyone wants to go play some blackjack or go hang out and go do this. And I'm thinking, gosh, if I was at 23 at these functions, man, I mean, I don't know what he did or if he went out or not, and he was asking you last night too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that.
Jordan wanted to go out and party last night.
Yeah.
At 23, you can do that. At 40, you can't.
Well, we had a nice dinner. Those of us that were in town, and
shout out the restaurant.
Yeah, it was Nacho Daddy.
Nacho Daddy.
It was a fun little spot.
All right, thanks.
Go get out of here, man. Hey, wait 1 second. We will sign off for now, and then we'll be back at 12:30 with Mike DeFee, Gloria Navarez, 2:45. 3:45. I keep getting the Pacific time on there, but a lot. Just stay tuned to YouTube. All the channels throughout the day, and you'll see stuff when it comes. But there's the YouTube link right there. Thank you, Johnny, for John Mallory's one of a kind. Folks.
Anybody who subscribes to Bronco Nation News in the next 5 minutes gets $10 off. Boom.
No, they don't. It's BNN 50. You're getting $20 off if you do it in the next 2 days. So, Johnny,
I charged a $50 lunch yesterday, room service. To Moneybags, Uncle BJ. You're my Phil Knight.
He charged it. I haven't paid for it yet, so we'll see. We'll see. But again, appreciate everybody for checking us out. Go subscribe. We'd love to have you. $50 using the promo code BNN50. We'll be back. Gloria Navarez, Mike DeFee. A lot still to come here. Day one, Mountain West Media Days, live from Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. We'll leave you one more time with the great John Mallory as we get out of here.
Like it, like it.